Good evening and welcome to the legendary sports group MIAA Conference Championships, where Calvert Hall is set to take on Archbishop Spalding. I'm Chris Gunkel, and I'll be bringing you the action tonight alongside my partners, Coach Bob Shriver, as well as Coach Don Timmerman. Spalding won the first matchup, but we expect another tight one this evening. Coach, to that point, who's a player to watch for Calvert Hall?
Calvert Hall Cardinals senior goalkeeper number 29, Brady Stangle, 57% save percentage, 4 huge saves in the final 5:30 to secure Calvert Hall's spot in tonight's title game.
And Coach Shrives, how about Archbishop Spalding?
Junior attackman number 4, Brady Mullet's coming off a brilliant semifinal win over Boys Latin. He's Spalding's leading scorer, and he's somebody to watch.
Well, we're set for a great matchup here tonight. We hope you are too. We'll be back to live action shortly.
This legendary sports group presentation of the 2025 MIAA Lacrosse Championships is presented by Sheehy Lexus of Annapolis, your Baltimore-Annapolis area Lexus dealer. SmartLink, keeping America connected, one site at a time. The Cahan Center for Pain Management. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Advanced Radiology, trusted by more doctors, preferred by more patients. Archbishop Spalding Athletics, one in Christ. The Atlas Restaurant Group, motivated to amaze. And Centers for Advanced Orthopedics, celebrating 100 years of orthopedic excellence.
Locally grown, nationally known. We are Crabs Lacrosse. For over 3 decades, parents have chosen us to help their sons develop a path to becoming college lacrosse players. Crabs Lacrosse is more than a collection of teams. We are a family. At Crabs Lacrosse, we focus on being 3 things. Always about our players, deliberate in our development, and focused on a positive experience and positive outcomes. Join us at Crabs Lacrosse.
This legendary sports group presentation of the 2025 MIAA Lacrosse Championships is presented by Crabs Lacrosse, Baltimore Crabs, locally grown, nationally known. 5-Star, the official highlights provider of the MIAA Championships. Lacrosse Wear, the industry leader in custom uniforms since 2001. Lido Pizza, the preferred pizza of the MIAA Championships. Luminous Health, your comeback starts here. Rehab to Perform. Stay ready to perform with Rehab to Perform physical therapy. Don't be left on the sidelines. And the Rogers Knapp Group of Merrill Lynch. The Rogers Knapp Group of Merrill Lynch Wealth Management. Personalized strategies for your long-term goals.
All right, we're back live here as we get ready for the A Conference Final, and we're going to start with the starting lineups brought to us by Toyota. First off, Coach, Calvert Hall.
Well, we talked about goalkeeper Brady Stangle going to Fairfield, has a great save percentage, but down the line, you just see very, very quality lacrosse players. A bunch of these guys are going to Division III, Division I programs. Terrific attack, strong middies, just solid top to bottom.
That they are, and coached for the number 1 seed, the Cavaliers from Spalding.
Well, they've got balance everywhere. Calvert Hall, Spalding comes out, just veterans everywhere you look, a really solid defense. Long stick midi in the middle of the field, number 1. You can be assured that tonight he's going to do something that would probably drop most people's jaw. He's an incredibly skilled player. And then on attack, Brady Mullet, their leading scorer, equal goals and assists on the year, 38 goals, 37 assists. He's a terrific, terrific player.
Well, the stage has been set, and here we go for the big one. This is going to determine who is the A Conference champion in this year's MIAA Conference. As you see the goalies now shake hands and run to the opposing field. Excitement all about as we have a lot of people here, and after a major storm, at great attendance
And to coach your point, you have number 6, Ryan Criswell for Spalding against number 39, Cuomo for Calvert Hall, as we get ready for this first face-off brought to us by Rice Law.
Ben Cuomo, number 39 for Calvert Hall, has been the best face-off man in the MIAA this year with a save percentage well in excess of 70%, up into the 73-74, just coming off an incredible game against McDonough in their semis, and Criswell can hold his own as well. This is a big battle for this in this game.
We know, to coach, that Cuomo can really change the balance of the game by getting more possessions, but it's not to be right away. It's Criswell gets it, and they go on the attack. Coach, as you mentioned it earlier, a lot of high-powered offense. When you watch warm-ups, you almost think it's a Division I level team that you're watching.
Well, terrific athletes, great stick work, and high lacrosse IQs on both sides.
There it is. You can see the speed already as the offense gets moving. Shot release there by Garza. Turned away. Possession back to the Cavaliers. Another 60 on that shot clock.
One thing Spalding has on offense is they have terrific balance. Joey Matassa over here, number 14, is a lefty. Newell, 16, is a righty. Excuse me, he is also a lefty. They have really nice left-right balance on both midfield units.
Mollett lets one fly, hits off the top of the post.
Calvert Hall, nope, it looked like for a second they might be playing some zone.
Yeah, Newell has it, gets reversed to the other side. Hard charge there by Newell. Newell lets it go, and he scores the first one of the game as his fist hits the ground. 1-0 Spalding early here in the first quarter.
Jack Newell, he and his brother, twins, starting on this team. His brother Dylan starts on defense. Jack is a really quality left-handed midi. Watch this shot, low and away with pace. He's headed to Fairfield University.
Simple offense, coach. They reverse it to the weak side of the field. Opposing the attackman on the adjacent side cuts through. That leaves the alley. Newell knows what to do with it.
Love the finish and the first move. Again, young players watching this game tonight, I hope you are. It's all about that first move. Lose your defender early. Now teams have to respect you as a Dodger. All right.
Criswell, he's off to a hot start
up
as he wins the second face-off. Possession right back to the Cavaliers as this potent offense gets started. And it's an offense, guys, where you have a lot of different players that can do a lot of different things, and they're constantly pushing the edges around the defense, trying to get into the middle of the field.
And the Cavaliers come right back with their first unit, midfield-wise.
Newell has it up top. Hard charge to his left. Slide comes quickly. Defense does its job there, but he reverses it to the other side. Push to the inside of the field. Shot and another goal as Spalding is on fire and off to a quick start as they now lead 2-0, as I believe that was Gordy Bennett, the senior midfielder, headed to Hobart.
Gordy is a terrific right-handed shooter. He's had a great season. Regularly shows up on the score sheet. Averages about 2 goals a game, and he's an exceptional shooter. He throws that ball off wing. Spalding looks fast and ready to play. Calvert Hall hasn't quite caught up to the speed yet. They will.
Yeah, and Coach, I don't think when you look at Spalding you can say whether they're an attack-oriented team or a midfield-oriented team. That's just a great offensive unit.
They play well together. They're unselfish. Fundamentals are solid.
And they battle again. Criswell trying to come up with his third in a row as they still battle for it. And there you got Hopper, big number 1, headed to Virginia. He's on the hunt now as they push the ball out across the sideline. No push call
Great
provided,
pressure.
but it is going to be possession. Maybe I'm wrong there. Possession is going to be back to Calvert Hall as they're on offense for the first time.
That was Misha Morazov on the ground ball. Good ground ball, getting Calvert Hall possession for their first offensive opportunity.
Yeah, and we speak about high-powered offenses. This offense, since the last time we saw them against Spalding, has really picked it up a notch as they've been putting up double-digit goals over and over again. High pick up top, hands free. Looks like that might have hit off the post or Newman's stick. Ball on the turf. Battle for it behind the cage. Important ground ball for both teams. No one has come out with it yet. Pushed forward, picked up there by Spalding. Newman has it now. Newman headed to Mercer, running it up the sideline himself. He finds help. Quickly goes over the midline, and Spalding back on attack, and now they're going to give it to a player who has a long pole, but he is an offensive threat.
That
Robbie
ground ball
Hopper.
was Dylan Newell. All right, the twin brother and of Jack going to St. Bonaventure.
Yeah.
26 ground ball. Showed you a big time, first time ground ball on that one.
Hey, good call there, Coach. You have Robbie Hopper, the long ball. He's staying on the field, dragging his defender. He's asking for the ball to move back up top with Brody Moss. Coach, walk me through that now. As Hopper, well, he's going to create a man advantage. Now he sprints. Spalding is going to have that man advantage. It goes to Garza. Garza steps to the inside. It gets reversed. Nice balance there by the Calvert Hall defense as they're trying to gain possession back. They're going to be unable to do so. Great strategy there, Coach, by the Cavaliers.
Absolutely. They had an unsettled situation off that substitution. Hopper got to the midline well before the Calvert Hall guy did. They came in and just mishandled the extra pass.
Mollett swings up to his right. Errant shot goes wide. Moss backs it up nicely. 7 on the shot clock, though, as Cavaliers maintain possession.
You saw Robbie Hopper's speed just there. I mean, he flew to that midfield line.
Moss down to 3 seconds. Can he get a shot off? Inside roll, he can't. Great idea, just not enough time. Possession now to Calvert Hall in the clear.
Nice job by the Calvert Hall defense. They needed that.
No, you're right, Coach. They really did need that. As Stengel, one of those players to watch, is now in the clear. Athletic goalie.
Just a 3-3 zone ride.
And Botek has it as Calvert Hall is going to start their second possession on offense.
Number 1, Mark Botek. He's a senior. He's going to Richmond. 19 goals, 6 assists.
Matthew
Solid
Schoonmaker
right-hand player.
out there, number 14. Ben Hanover, number 17. With a head of speed is Jack Williams. Jack Williams, though, bad shot, easy save. Cavaliers on the clear.
Yeah, I think that shot came too early in the possession. You know, they needed to get the ball around, get a feel, test your defender, work for a high-quality shot.
Matassa has it as he goes up to Swiderski.
Spalding, I think, will come back this possession with their second midfield group. Nope, that's Bennett right there. Coming back in with the big boys.
Yeah, Coach, it's interesting, applying that pressure often and early as Newell moves to his right. The big left-hander going to his right. Errant shot there.
Not a great shot.
Blocked nicely, to your point, not a great shot. Cleared now for the Cardinals.
Stengel all over it. He's very good low. See, he drops to his knees. That shot really wasn't on target, but he was able to get possession of it just by being in the right position.
Ben Hanover, who has filled in nicely in the games that we've seen him coming off the bench, really athletic and productive attackman that also plays midi.
One thing, Spalding has 2 outstanding short stick defensive middies, 27 Chris George and 13 Carson Blair. They had a tremendous game the other night in the semis when Spalding beat Boys Latin 12-6. Carson scored a nice goal in transition.
Botek gets it topside. Great lift at the end, and this could be dangerous as you have Robbie Hopper now showing that great speed and length.
He's got 2 trailers.
Goes to his right. Whoa, underhand pass there. Back to Hopper. He steps into his left. Oh, boy, what a move. Back to his right. Great save, though, by Stengel as he goes to his knees. And now we got a little bit of old-time lacrosse as they're moving up and down.
Calvert Hall has numbers if they move the ball.
Offensive set now for the Cardinals. Guys need to ask, does Calvert Hall want to run or do they want to play slow?
Calvert Hall likes to do whatever works, quite honestly.
But again, at this point in the game, again, use the possession, get a feel for the defense, and really work for a high-quality shot. Don't take the first shot. Take the best shot.
Caleb Kelly with possession as he transitions it to Jackson Mitchell. Errant pass there. Looks like the Calvert Hall's going to be able to save it as we're close to 30 seconds on this shot clock. Right to left move there by Will Schoonmaker. Back up top it goes to Jackson Mitchell. Mitchell gets to the inside. Great save there by Newman as he goes to his knees. We're seeing great goaltending, guys, as the players are going up and down.
Early on, too. I'll tell you, Jackson Mitchell, he's a big, strong midi going to St. Joseph's. He's a senior. 26 goals, 14 assists. Almost had one there. Great save that time.
There's many advantages
By
to having
Newman.
a guy like Robbie Hopper, but one of them is you can give it to him deep and he can clear it for you easily. No need to make a pass when it's in his stick. Matassa has it now. As things have settled down, Spalding gets out quickly with 2 quick goals in the first 2 possessions. Calvert Hall has settled down, but unable to get on the scoreboard yet. Errant pass, though, as Calvert Hall is going to potentially have a break. They cannot, a little hockey-style play. Picked up by the Cardinals. Let's see if they can get something going. They cannot, as Forte is being hacked by 2 Cavalier players. They move back
They
to
got
the middle
numbers
of the
if
field.
they keep moving it.
Yeah, Coach, you're right. They did have numbers, but they opt to pull it back out as Forte says, let's play some offense, and he gives it to Ben Hanover.
And I can understand that. But again, you know, when you get a ground ball, if you keep moving that ball, you'd amazing what opportunities present themselves.
That's Matthew Schoonmaker, number 14, in on midfield for Calvert Hall. As a pass there by Botek gets knocked to the turf. Tough ground ball there by Spalding. Boy, does a nice job throwing it back to the middle of the field, though. Turnover picked up nicely by Calvert Hall. They have transition coach, no numbers. They're going to pull it back out again.
Great ride by the Cardinals, forcing that turnover. Well, one thing's for sure, Spalding has basically played 2 shorties and a pole and 1 midfield. So that's not a great recipe tonight, although when the weather changed, it's cooled off quite a bit. It was really humid much earlier.
Hanover likes that matchup behind the cage as it's short on short. He comes around to his left, can't get free. Gets reversed quickly over to Williams. Williams down the left-hand alley. Cut off nicely. He works it back behind to Caleb Kelly. Over it goes. Shot! High! I thought he didn't have an angle, but he does as Forte goes upper shelf to finally get the Cardinals on the board.
Forte, dangerous left hand. With the ball and without the ball, he knows how to get into the open space. That time, great ball movement by the Cardinals. Forte gets his strength, buries the shot high and away. Big goal for the Cardinals.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these 2. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa. Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
All right, we're back live at Unitas Stadium on the campus of Towson University as Spalding holds a slim lead by the score of 2-1. Fellas, as we went to break, you had a couple great points about ball movement.
Right, the ball moves faster than any player on the field. So whether it be a ground ball or that time, Calvert Hall had a really nice offensive possession, sharp ball movement, quick ball movement, and they found their open man. You know, and it wasn't anything special, but it involved sharing the ball, good fundamentals, understanding the situation.
As you see on the screen here, you can see there's a listing of the titles. Coach, Boys Latin with 5. You were part of many of those, and you see Spalding in search of their first tonight.
Well, don't forget, the MIAA has only been in existence since 1996. I believe that was the outset. I might be off by a year or 2. Once the MSA disbanded, the MIAA took over, so some of those numbers are extremely limited. Certainly, if you add the MSA and the MIAA, you know, St. Paul's would be leading by quite a few. You know, there's no Gilman in there, no Loyola in there, so there's other teams.
Calvert Hall with possession as they have drawn closer as they scored the last goal. As Schwanke test Hopper, doesn't like what he sees, so he moves it back up top to Forte. Forte to his left, errant shot there, and that's going to cost him as Spalding's going to gain possession.
Spalding has made a career, certainly in the last 4 or 5 years, of having defenders beat shots to the end line before the other team's attack can get back there. They're exceptional at it. That's one for this game. See how many they end up getting, and then a very poorly thrown pass. They got extremely lucky.
They got lucky. His
Spalding
possession's
did.
going to go back to Spalding for Forte playing without a stick.
Now, Calvert Hall will like the 10-man ride, so Spalding has to be aware of that. We did that regular season game when Spalding scored 2 goals against a 10-man ride.
I don't know if you saw, but there was a massive collision right in front of the Calvert Hall bench. As two Calvert Hall players go to the turf, and Mollett puts it behind the cage. As you see, both those players having trouble regaining their, I don't say their consciousness, but their balance as they limp to the sideline.
Well, Mollett's showing some skill there. The other day, he was intent against Boys Latin to be the feeder from behind the goal. He had 5 assists in that game. Here's Mollett getting into some open space, kind of coming right down the middle, the gut of the defense, gets his hands free. I'm not sure Stengel got a chance to get a beat on that shot. Let's see. Just gets underneath him. Yeah, just, he's in too tight. He's got some pace on it. Really tough save.
Here we see the diversification of Robbie Hopper as he's going to now take the face-off against Cuomo. Kind of a Swiss Army knife type of players. He can do a lot of different things for the Cavaliers.
And the reason that's happening is because Criswell had a face-off violation in the previous face-off, and this year, again, NCAA rules, if you violate a face-off, you cannot come in and take the next face-off.
Well, and Spalding pays for it because on the break, Botek gets it at point. Hitch move to his left, gets his hands free. He beats Newman high.
A bad approach, I think we'll see here, Coach Zimmerman.
Like, pops the ball out, nice job, comes down, and again, does his job. That's Ben Cuomo going to Yale, smart player.
Yeah, it's a great
I love
point,
the way
Coach.
Mark Botek came to meet the ball, got in front of the goal in the middle of the field. Great finish.
Being a little bit hypercritical, but number 3, Jack Wolf for Spalding overruns the play, which provides the opportunity for Botek.
But look, Jack Wolf did the right thing. He was coming in from the midline. He went to the point man who was open. He just, as you said, he overran the play. But he made the right play. He just didn't execute it properly.
And when you can sense momentum changing here a little bit as Calvert Hall's won the last 2 face-offs. And they are going to start with possession with number 14, Matthew Schoonmaker, one of the Schoonmaker brothers, getting things started for the Hall.
Just a sophomore. Again, likes his left hand.
Hanover up top. Hanover gets to his left, though, but cut off nicely. Quickly to Williams. Williams to his right, tries to get inside. He rolls back to his left. He is going to get his hands free, misses the cage. That's going to be possession with Calvert Hall. Calvert Hall with 45 left on this shot clock.
Got him hung.
Newman out of the cage. To your point, Hanover has it, comes around to his left, and he scores. I don't know how he got that in as he beats Newman high. Did he get hung, Coach, or was it strategy?
Well, I think they hung the defense and the goalie up. They came out. They didn't work well together, and Hanover took advantage of that. He got a chance to play when Mark Botek went out and really took advantage. That's a great lesson for any player. Be ready. You may get that opportunity, and he took advantage of it, comes around and just sticks one with very little angle with that left hand. Great effort, nice finish.
Back and forth we go. Spalding on top. Now we're tied as Calvert Hall has dug deep to get this knotted at 3-3 as we go to a face-off now with 48 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Coleman now kind of finding his stride, Coach, as he pushes it forward. Now it's back behind. Anderson picks it up. And it looks like there's going to be a legal procedure against Calvert Hall. Coach, I didn't see what that was.
Maybe the attackman left the attack area before possession was called.
Great call. Spalding now with possession as they have a chance to get on top here as we near the end of this first quarter here of the MIAA championship game. Back over it goes as it goes behind to Mollett. Mollett, right to right move, comes around hard. Fakes, he's going to go inside. Great save there by Stengel. Rebound denied as well. They're going to be in the crease. Calvert Hall is going to be on the clear, but they need to hurry as we're now down to 5. Pass goes the length of the field in front of the cage, and that's not going to get the desired result as Newman picks it up, and that's the way this first quarter is going to end. And it's been as advertised, fellas, as we're knotted at 3.
Yeah, nice start, a lot of action. Both teams playing hard. Goalies are making some good saves, but offense, a lot of offensive power out here tonight on both sides of the field.
That it is. Don't go away. We're going to be back with live action in just a moment.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight. Gotcha!
Buy a sporty Camry with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on a stylish new Corolla sedan or hatchback.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Luminous Health, we're making it easier to schedule care. Make your appointment online 24/7 from your phone, computer, or tablet. Just go to luminoushealth.org to book your same or next day well visits, sick visits, imaging, labs, and more. Simply select the type of care you need and enter your zip code. Then choose from available times and providers nearby. Schedule your appointment with MyChart or as a guest. You can even upload a referral. With online scheduling from Luminous Health, taking care of your health has never been easier.
What happens when a world-class luxury vehicle meets a luxurious first-class facility? You call it Sheehy Lexus of Annapolis. Right now, visit us in-store and choose from a great selection of new Lexus vehicles. Or build your own deal however you want and wherever you are at SheehyLexusOfAnnapolis.com. With an unmatched combination of selection, service, and purchasing flexibility, it's never been easier to find the perfect Lexus at Sheehy Lexus of Annapolis.
All right, we're back to live action here. We had a chance to catch our breath as the teams have switched sides of the field, with Spalding now heading right to left, with his face-off being brought to us by Ocean City, Maryland. And Robbie Hopper picks up a tough ground ball. He pulls it back out as he flips it over to Mollett, but he stays on the field.
Again, the face-offs are, yes, the face-off specialist, but wing play is so important, and having Robbie Hopper on the wing is a really, really big asset for the Cavaliers.
Speaking of face-offs, Coach, Spalding started the game by winning the first 2, but since then, Calvert Hall with Cuomo has won the next 5. Quickly gets reversed over to Mollett. Mollett gets inside. He now has a short stick.
He likes this matchup.
I agree with you. He likes this matchup. As Mollett goes back to his left, rolls back to his right, slide comes quickly. Oh, great move to the inside, but he hits the pipe. Not rewarded for that athletic play, but possession with Spalding.
No, they're going to call Mollett in the crease.
Oh, wow, you're right. It's back to Calvert Hall in the clear.
But that was one heck of a move.
Dodge and then a re-dodge.
Yeah, to the inside. Spalding not offering a lot of pressure until right now on the clear, but Calvert Hall is going to have an easy time.
We're going to have an offsides. Refs
getting
missed
away
it.
with it, Coach. Your eagle eyes were on point, but they did not see it.
Mollett went off sides. Again, frequently happens. An attackman riding like crazy. Did a good job, but he went off sides and the refs missed it.
Jackson Mitchell with a head of steam down the left-hand side, cut off nicely. He rolls back to his right, back up top to Botek. Forte moves it back behind as Calvert Hall is quickly moving the ball counterclockwise in their first offensive set in this quarter. Oh, nice inside look there, and what a shot and score, as even Forte looks surprised that it hit the back of the net.
Well, one of the things that Calvert Hall has done the last couple possessions is they've really moved the ball quickly and efficiently and also in tight space. All these passes here are no more than 10 yards. Watch a couple of
Boy,
this.
This is high-level offense, guys, as you see it ultimately end back with
10-yard
Forte.
10-yard pass, and a shot. Maybe even 6-yard passes, and a
Coach,
wonderful finish by Forte.
the shot is offside, right? Like he's falling down, and he goes offside with it. Newman surprised of its location.
Peyton Forte's left hand is lethal.
And Calvert Hall playing a little make it take it right now as Cuomo has won that possession. Again, Calvert Hall started off slow on the faceoffs, but they've won most of them now. As the ball hits the turf, boy, you have Hopper pick it up. Hopper lets it go high to high, and that one might have hit Charles Street, Coach, if there wasn't a fence back there.
You know, a shot has two qualities. It has speed and accuracy. That time, Robbie Hopper gave it everything he had. Take a little bit of something off that, put it on target.
Yeah, great point there. Did you like the shot ultimately? It was kind of a 1-on-3.
Well, it's an all or nothing. It's an all or
out.
nothing shot. But if you're going to shoot it, you know, you better put it on target because there was no backup. Change of possession.
Nice job there by Swiderski as he forces the ball to get reversed. Stengel now has it as he gets closer to the midline. Does a nice job there finding
Nice
Will
job by
Schwanke.
Will Schwanke comes up to help out. Don't go away from a clearing situation. Come back to it and give your goalie, in that case, the goalie, Stengel, give him some help.
Calvert Hall back on possession as you have Hanover. Quickly reverses it to Mitchell. Mitchell goes low to high, and he beats Newman as Calvert Hall, who was once trailed 2-0, now has a 2-goal advantage of 5-3.
Big Jackson Mitchell, and he is a big man. His two older brothers went to Calvert Hall, twins, middies, just like Jackson. Jackson's headed to St. Joe's University, and this is just a great shot with pace up into the far corner. Watch this. Not an incredible angle, but watch, he improves it just a little bit, steps up the field, and blasts that thing by Newman.
Yeah, Spalding a little bit dazed and confused. They opt to take a timeout to get reorganized. We'll be back to live action here in just a moment.
Kelly Benefits helps employers and employees save time, money, and hassle in navigating the intricacies of insurance, benefits, and payroll challenges. Kelly Benefits is pleased to be a sponsor of the MIAA Championships. Visit kellybenefits.com to put our people, technology, and solutions to work for you.
This legendary sports group presentation of the 2025 MIAA Lacrosse Championships is presented by Sheehy Lexus of Annapolis, your Baltimore Annapolis area Lexus dealer. SmartLink, keeping America connected, one site at a time. The Cahan Center for Pain Management. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Advanced Radiology, trusted by more doctors, preferred by more patients. Archbishop Spalding Athletics, one in Christ. The Atlas Restaurant Group, motivated to amaze. And Centers for Advanced Orthopedics, celebrating 100 years of orthopedic excellence.
All right, we're back to live action as the tables have turned in Calvert Hall's favor as they now lead 5-3 as we get ready for this face-off. As you'll see on the screen, Coach, what do you see when you take a look at these commitments?
I see a lot of talent, and it shows with the schools that they will attend and that they've committed to some of the top programs in the country. And why not? If I'm a college lacrosse coach, MIAA is one of the top, if not the top conference in lacrosse, high school conference in lacrosse. Why not going after these players? They're well coached. They know the game. They grew up with the game. They play hard, and just great to watch.
Spalding had a great opportunity there on the break, but Cooper Johnson goes high to high with it, and possession back to Calvert Hall.
Well, Spalding on that possession, Cooper Johnson, the second face-off guy for the Cavaliers. He took a bad shot. He threw it right in the goalie's stick. Well, right before that set up the goal. The Calvert Hall scored. Mitchell scored. Hopper had come down the field on a fast break, missed the goal.
Schoonmaker lets one go. He misses a crate.
That's number 2.
Coach pointed it out. Spalding, one of the best teams in the country with their defenders getting to the end line first.
But just back real quick. So that's 2 unsettled situations that the Cavaliers have had that they haven't handled very well. Hopper took that shot a couple minutes ago. He shot it over the goal. Calvert Hall got the back and scored the 5th goal.
Substitutions now in for the Cavaliers as Gordy Bennett has possession. It looks like the Cavaliers, who need a goal desperately, have gone to their first line to try to do just that. Over it goes to Matassa. Matassa sweeps to the left. Tries to get inside, slide does come. Errant pass on the turf, and the defense did their job there as it goes to Calvert Hall. They're going to have a break if they look up. The defender, though, keeps his back to the ball.
6-on-5.
And that negated a break there as Forte is getting dogged by Dunn. But, Coach, kind of a mental error there by number 5 for Calvert Hall, as he could have had a break, but the ball getting knocked to the turf. Dunn headed to Delaware, doing a great job defensively.
Plus, Calvert Hall needs to get the ball down the field and behind the goal. Turning the ball over by the midfield line gave
boy, and on the
Spalding
restart
just
there,
a great opportunity, and they cashed in.
Boy, they cashed in. They did, Coach, big time, as there was a restart, and Calvert Hall was unorganized, and that they pay for that as Spalding converts easily.
Well, again, you turn the ball over, quick turnaround, and you got to anticipate the ball coming back the other way. A little late, and Spalding took advantage.
Well, just quickly, I would say we've seen 2 kind of bad clearing situations that have resulted in goals for the opposition. Give both teams credit for responding in that situation. Spalding, really nice ride, get the ball back. And what a great feed by Mollett. If you watched him, looked that defenseman away and dumped it down to Matassa.
Criswell for the Cavaliers going against Cuomo for the Cardinals. Cuomo bats it behind him. Criswell showing a lot of grit going to the turf. Cuomo picks it up momentarily. Hopper knocks it back out of his stick. Hopper with a series of rapid checks picked up momentarily by Anderson. Wild scrum in front of the bench. Great job there by Criswell. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective as they get a needed possession.
No style points in this game.
Yeah, that
Possession's
is
everything. Tough ground balls. If you're a young player and you want to play at this level, then you go out and work hard on your fundamentals and work on those ground balls. If you can get a good ground ball, you'll get a spot on the team.
Moss starts with it. Number 50 goes to his left, pulls back out. Right to left again as he gets to the inside. Anderson shades a little bit to negate any type of opportunity for a shot. Behind it goes to Mollett. Mollett to his left now, back to his right. Gets top side to Bennett. Bennett reverses it to that weak side of the field. Matassa has it with the short stick. Goes to his left. Shot by Bennett. Misses the cage. Hits his own player. So Swiderski takes the brunt of that shot. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Calvert Hall. Well, my mistake. It's going to be Spalding.
Great hustle out there by, who was that, Matassa. Beautiful play.
Moss absorbs a series of body blows to get it back to Mollett. With 10 seconds left on the shot clock, Mollett's going to have to go. Great individual defense there as it's now behind the cage. Will they throw it in front? And here comes this shot by Bennett. He had it. He waited too long. Great defensive stand by the call. Quickly it goes up top. There is no break as Forte has it.
Good heads-up play that time. In that situation, the Calvert Hall player picked up the ball, looked at the official, let him know he was ready to play. Quick restart. Had an opportunity.
Well, I thought that was tough defense, Coach.
I think that was a bad call. The guy with the ball turned his back, and Hopper hit him, but the guy turned his back. I thought that was a pretty decent play.
Boy, another errant pass there by Calvert Hall. No,
good hustle.
over and back. Great hustle. Hopper, though, and Hopper's going to have it. We might see something spectacular here. He pulls it back out. Boy, he had Swiderski.
Well, I'll bet after his last errant shot that was no backup, I think the coaching staff might have said, Robbie,
well, you said,
possession
Coach,
is pretty
that kind of changed the tilt of the game, right? Because there was no backup possession back to Calvert Hall. They score, momentum changes. Garza now has it. Garza, who's been quiet so far this game, headed to Richmond, pushes to his right, stutter step, hesitates, puts his shoulder down, quickly reverses it, sets the screen. Shot there by Newell. Easy save by Stengel. Up top it goes to Mitchell. Mitchell can't get it, but he gets it back. Oh, nice job there by the Hall.
I tell you,
Gonna see a
number
timeout,
51,
I think.
Brody Dale, he's done a nice job out there so far.
Coach,
Playing good individual defense.
Coach Kelly was on that sideline running down, ready to call a timeout, and they just didn't handle it.
And to me, it looks like Spalding is really trying to push the pace, but to your point, they think they've seen enough as they call the timeout to get organized, trailing 5-4. As coming back to live action, don't go away. 5-4 Calvert Hall.
Join us this summer for the 13th Annual National ID Lacrosse Camp, a traditional, old-school, stay-away teaching camp where the focus is player development. Every year, our staff is comprised of multiple Division I players and coaches, so everyone who attends can learn from the best in the game. Spaces are limited, so don't delay. Apply today. Visit us at crabslax.com. This legendary sports group presentation of the 2025 MIAA Lacrosse Championships is presented by CFG Bank, revolutionizing the banking experience. Kelly Benefits, the official benefits partner of the MIAA Championships. O2 Sports Insurance, the #1 sports insurance coverage in the USA. Ocean City, Maryland, something to smile about. Rice Law, best advice, call Rice. Towson Sports Medicine, keep moving with personalized physical therapy and sports medicine. And Toyota, let's go places.
All right, back to live action here after that Archbishop Spalding timeout as they want to get things settled as the players have been going up and down as we see the Calvert Hall commits on the screen.
Again, all Division I schools. And, for one team to have this many Division I recruits shows just the strength and the strength of the team, the strength of the program, and the respect college coaches have for players that play for Calvert Hall.
Well, Calvert Hall, and I'd say the MIAA in general, when I'm sure we'll get a chance to see Spalding's commits. It's a very, very similar look. It's pretty amazing.
Bennett is going to start with it. Weak side it goes to Matassa. Back behind to Mollett.
Coach.
Calvert Hall Spalding being deliberate before they get into the offensive set, Coach drives.
Yeah.
Here's the big little look.
Picked behind by Bennett. Bennett has possession now. He gets to his right. Shot misses the cage. Backed up nicely. Spalding maintains possession.
Boy, Gordy Bennett, again, another really solid athlete. He's going to Hobart, 29 goals, 14 assists.
Yeah, this is now number 25, Ethan Ostrowski, in for the Cavaliers to his left.
How about the 2 goals Ethan Ostrowski scored the other day in the semis? 2 incredible BTBers, behind the backers. One a bounce shot in the corner, the other right in the corner.
Almost
Mullet to
carbon
his
copies of one
left.
another.
He can't get it, but they're going to maintain possession. More importantly, it's going to be another 60 on that shot clock as we're down to that almost that 3-minute mark here in the second quarter. Natasa up top reverses it over to Bennett. Bennett is right now back to his left, rolls back to the right. Slide comes quickly by Anderson. Oh, they are going to draw a flag. More importantly, Spalding maintains possession.
Free opportunity here.
Oh, what a play! What a play! As Swiderski finishes off the great feed from Brady Mollett. Coach, you're going to have to describe that one because I can't.
Well, number one, it came with a flag down for a trip, so they will be a man-up face-off after this. But just a really pretty play. Again, understanding the situation, and just Matassa finds Grady Swiderski inside, a little turnaround, underhand backhander. Terrific goal.
Yeah, that was a terrific goal. Presence of mind not only to catch it, but to know what they had to do in order to release it effectively. As you noted, Coach, Spalding now going to face off a man up.
Man up face off at far wing, who is Rob Hopper. Now, no one to play him, so we're going to try to either win the ball out front or get it to Hopper and have that 2-on-1 ground ball advantage.
If Spalding is able to get position, they will have their, I think, first extra man opportunity. That'll be brought to us by Ghost Beverage.
And don't forget, if Cuomo comes up with this ball, they will try their best to double him with Hopper.
Yeah, agreed.
See if they can't get it back on the ground. And if Cuomo's lucky enough to get it in his offensive box, Coach Kelly will likely use a timeout.
Many advantages to having someone like Cuomo, but this is one in particular where a win by Spalding might tilt momentum in their favor.
I think Coach Shahaka will do the same, to save the time on that penalty. If they get possession, if they don't have anything right off the break, get it in the box, call the timeout.
But to that point, would you have been tempted to have Hopper face off?
No.
See what I mean? If he
No.
they're going to call what's that withholding. Cuomo wins it, but he doesn't win it ultimately. Possession now back to the Cavaliers. Mollett has it as Spalding now is back on extra man, presented to us by Ghost Beverage.
Plenty of time still on the penalty.
The coach's point, 40 seconds on the penalty. It gets swung back up top to Mollett. Mollett, who's typically plays behind the cage, is now back up top. Goes over to Newell. And Gordy Bennett ultimately gets it back to Mollett. Ostrowski now has it. Looks
Nice
to
movement.
shoot. Boy, they found Newell. Oh, Stengel goes low. What a ground ball, though.
Big time
by
ground ball.
Matassa to pick it back up. 10 seconds left on the shot clock to kill this penalty.
Mollett's such a good feeder. Against the zone, he played behind. On man up, he plays out front. He's the quarterback.
Yeah, they're going to pull it back out. Now we're even up. Great job by that Calvert Hall defense,
And a
thwarting that
wonderful,
extra man opportunity.
great save by Stengel on that extra man opportunity by Newell.
That it was now as Mollett, the quarterback, has it. He gets rid of it, gives it back to Matassa. Matassa up top to Newell. Newell down to his right. Turns back to his left, finds Ostrowski. Great stick work here by the Cavaliers. Maintaining possession in some tight corners as Mollett fakes going back. Goes low. Great save there by Stengel, but he's going to be in the crease. Stengel, coach, has saved Calvert Hall these last 2 to 3 possessions.
He sure has. Holds his position. Doesn't give the shooter a lot to shoot for. And Mollett goes to the goal hard. Ball doesn't go in, lands in the crease. Change of possession.
Now under a minute here in this first half as both teams have gone back and forth to keep things knotted at 5. And, Coach, you called it as Calvert Hall now is going to call a timeout, get things settled for, as we may think, this final possession before halftime.
Great timeout. Good opportunity to eat up the rest of this half with the ball in their possession. We're tied at 5. Great game so far.
This legendary sports group presentation of the 2025 MIAA Lacrosse Championships is presented by Crabs Lacrosse, Baltimore Crabs, locally grown, nationally known. 5-Star, the official highlights provider of the MIAA Championships. Lacrosse Wear, the industry leader in custom uniforms since 2001. Lido Pizza, the preferred pizza of the MIAA Championships. Luminous Health, your comeback starts here. Rehab to Perform. Stay ready to perform with Rehab to Perform physical therapy. Don't be left on the sidelines. And the Rogers Knapp Group of Merrill Lynch. The Rogers Knapp Group of Merrill Lynch Wealth Management. Personalized strategies for your long-term goals.
All right, back to live action. It was knotted at 5 as we get ready to take a look at those Archbishop Spalding commits, Coach.
Well, Coach Zimmerman did a great job showing the Calvert Hall guys. Look at these. Look at the Spalding guys. Every one of these guys are also going to Division I schools. Great mix. Navy's getting a player from each team. Richmond's got a player on each team. Anyhow, it's a really good mix. And with the growth of Division I lacrosse, St. Bonaventure, a pretty new school to the Division I ranks. It's exciting to see.
All right, Calvert all out of the timeout. Starts it with Schwanke. Schwanke up top to Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker pulls it back out. He's going to get ahead of steam as he has a short stick on him. Little right-to-right move. Slide comes, though, from Dunn. Back behind it goes to Kelly. Far side of the field to Botek. Botek draws a screen from Mitchell. Back to Mitchell it goes. Mitchell now with the matchup he wants. He gets inside. Great look, but an even better save there by Newman. Hopper looking to get it. He's going to be on the move. We have 10 seconds left to go here. That may be nothing for Robbie Hopper as he makes up a lot of ground. He fakes it. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking. Looks like he was going to go right. Then it looks like he was going to go down low. Then it looked like he thought he might shoot.
I don't think he knew what he was going to do.
Yeah, with the way I described it, I don't think he did.
His body was going faster than his mind.
2 seconds left to go as the ball goes the length of field, and that's the way this one is going to end. And it's what we expected, fellas. Two great teams. We're knotted at 5. As both teams head to the locker rooms, you see them go to their respective sides of the field. Any quick thoughts, guys, before we go to break?
Just a great game so far. You know, tied up at half. It's 0-0 coming out into the third quarter.
That it is. So, folks, we know it's late, but don't go anywhere. We have great action yet to come. Please join us for the second half.
I'm the founder and CEO of O2 Sports Insurance. We're proud to once again be partnering with the MIAA Championship Series, where passion, perseverance, and peak performance take center stage. These events aren't just about winning. They're about the spirit and competition, the strength of teams, and the heart of every athlete who gives it their all. At O2 Sports Insurance, we stand with teams and organizations on and off the field because your commitment inspires everything we do. Let's celebrate the incredible talent, sportsmanship, and drive on display. Get ready for an unforgettable series ahead.
At Rice Law, we've won millions for our injury clients, taken on the biggest insurance companies, and fought in the toughest courtrooms, and made it clear, strong lawyers win strong cases. But none of that matters today. The only case that matters is yours, your fight, your future. And we're ready to go to battle for you. We don't rest on past victories. We fight every case like it's our only one. Because at Rice Law, the most important victory is the one we win for you.
Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
Welcome back. We're here at halftime with Paul Bernstorff. He is the executive director of the MIAA. Paul, thanks for being here to join us. Before taking this position, Paul was at St. Paul's School coaching football, baseball, and golf, and then later was the athletic director for the Crusaders. Paul, this is your third year now. You're finishing up your third year with the MIAA. Coming in, I'm sure you had some expectation and goals. What have you seen so far?
It's been a great experience. When we came in, our goal was to try and provide the best experience we can for kids. And remember, it's an educational experience. Sports are supposed to be education in high school, and I think we've done a great job. Partnering with Legendary has been really good for our league and provided our kids a great opportunity to play in wonderful venues like Towson University.
You couldn't ask for a better venue. We had Navy on Tuesday for the semifinals, and tonight for the finals, we are here at Towson University at Unitas Stadium. Paul, what do you see down the road as far as your mission?
We just want to keep getting better and giving more opportunities for kids. Do we expand in sports? Do we get more schools in our league? But it's always about keeping the kids in mind and what we can do to provide the experiences for them. This is education, and that's what the forefront of what we're trying to do.
I love that philosophy. Athletics are important, but it's about the total picture. Academics, athletics, and I've always believed that you can learn so much about life that you can take with you through athletics. We'll be back after this to have another chance to speak with Paul.
What happens when a world-class luxury vehicle meets a luxurious first-class facility? You call it Sheehy Lexus of Annapolis. Right now, visit us in-store and choose from a great selection of new Lexus vehicles. Or build your own deal however you want and wherever you are at SheehyLexusOfAnnapolis.com. With an unmatched combination of selection, service, and purchasing flexibility, it's never been easier to find the perfect Lexus at Sheehy Lexus of Annapolis.
After a car accident, trust matters most. You need a lawyer who fights for you. At Rice Law, injury victims trust us because we deliver results when it matters most. Your case, your future. A firm you can trust.
Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
Welcome back. So Paul, here we are tonight, Towson University, Unitas Stadium for two championships. The B Conference Championship followed by the A Conference Championship. Let's talk about lacrosse specifically. What does lacrosse mean to the MIAA?
Lacrosse is, it helps the MIAA become a national league. Everybody knows the MIAA and lacrosse. It brings exposure to our schools all throughout the community. It brings exposure to Baltimore. When you look at the number of views our past championships have gotten, we're in almost 500,000 views for some of those games. It's incredible. Everybody all over the world is tuning into the MIAA championships in lacrosse to see what's going on. So lacrosse is big for the MIAA.
Well, that's great to hear. I know, growing up in this area, going to St. Paul's myself, lacrosse was always a big sport, had a lot of following. I think it's great how you've gone from the MSA years ago now into the MIAA and all the things that you're providing for the student athletes, their coaches, and the institutions.
It is great. It's been 31 years since we were in the MSA. The MIAA has been growing, doing a great job over the time, and we have great schools. We provide great opportunities for kids, and it's all about teaching educational lessons for kids, so it's been fun.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for being here. We'll be back after this.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Too much fun? No such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all the things that make summer, summer. Take a Grand Highlander and go root for the home team. Send newlyweds off in a Camry. Congrats. Thanks. Or catch some waves with a RAV4. Still got it.
Buy a spacious Grand Highlander with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on an adventure-ready RAV4.
Your summer starts here. That limbo.
Toyota, let's go places.
What if you settle your accident case too soon, only to realize you left thousands, even millions on the table? At Rice Law, we fight for every dollar you deserve. Don't settle for less. Get the right lawyer right now.
Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
Hi, I'm Ken Keelan, the founder and CEO of O2 Sports Insurance. We're proud to once again be partnering with the MIAA Championship Series, where passion, perseverance, and peak performance take center stage. These events aren't just about winning. They're about the spirit of competition, the strength of teams, and the heart of every athlete who gives it their all. At O2 Sports Insurance, we stand with teams and organizations on and off the field because your commitment inspires everything we do. Let's celebrate the incredible talent, sportsmanship, and drive on display. Get ready for an unforgettable series ahead.
Summer's here, and with the new Toyota, you can do all the things that make summer, summer. Take a Grand Highlander and go root for the home team. Send newlyweds off in a Camry. Congrats. Thanks. Or catch some waves with a RAV4. Still got it.
Buy a spacious Grand Highlander with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on an adventure-ready RAV4.
Your summer starts here. That limbo.
Toyota, let's go places.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa! Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. Hi. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight.
Gotcha!
Buy a sporty Camry with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on a stylish new Corolla sedan or hatchback.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
All right, welcome back to the Legendary Sports MIAA Lacrosse Final, as we have what we thought we would have, a great game with both teams scoring 5 goals here in the first half. As we get ready to take a look at some of the highlights from that first half. Coach, what did you see from Spalding?
Well, right out of the gate, Spalding jumped 2 quick goals. Jack Newell with a really nice banger. And this is Gordy Bennett, one of his running mates. Both Newell and Bennett are quality shooters.
Give Calvert Hall credit. Good stick work, unselfish passing, and really a terrific stinger by Forte. Loves that left hand. And again, you know, it's just moving the ball, sharing the ball, making good decisions, and just a really great finish. And notice the feed there wasn't right to his stick. He led the shooter to where he wanted him to catch the ball. That's called a spot feed.
Well, that was one of the coolest goals you might see. Matassa, the lefty for Spalding, comes down. He's got his man, Grady Swiderski, excuse me, on the crease, but his back is to the goal. He catches that ball and throws that thing up under his hip up into the corner.
Transitioning to some of the statistics brought to us by Luminous Health. What stands out to you, fellas?
Well, total shots. You know, obviously Spalding has the advantage. They've put 2/3 of their shots on goal. The Cardinals have a little bit of a higher shooting percentage, so face-offs are kind of even, calls, turnovers, and man up, you know, nothing there. So I really think that it's a 5-5 game. The stats prove that. It's an even game in the statistics as well.
So with it being 5-5, I need to pose this question. What needs to occur for both teams in order to ultimately take home this title?
Well, I think they just have to stick to the game plan. I mean, in this situation, when we were in the locker room back when I was coaching, we'd say, hey, 0-0. It comes down to the next, 24 minutes. Stick to the game plan, one play at a time, and, keep it simple. Stick to the game plan and, play as a team. And we'll see that. This is going to be a great finish.
I think Calvert Hall's done a really nice job offensively, moving the ball effectively, taking advantage of their skill set. Spalding, on the other hand, has been guilty of maybe trying to do a little bit too much, especially in unsettled situations, as opposed to getting their ball down, settled on offense, and running some quality offense, which they're capable of doing.
Well, this is interesting, guys, as we get set for this face-off. This third quarter face-off brought to us by Rice Law. You have Criswell for Spalding, and you have number 8 for Calvert Hall instead of Cuomo, which is Nick Pocalico.
Cuomo violated right the last face-off at the half, so he couldn't come back in and do this one.
Great call, Coach. Pocalico, though, pushes it forward. Criswell, though, does a nice job maintaining possession. He's looking for some help. He finds it in Hopper, and Hopper is going to clear it easily as we get started here for this third quarter. Stengel coming out of the cage. Boy, risky play there. Doesn't cause any damage. As Swiderski opts to pull it back out.
They might have this substitution
Yeah,
break
you're
again,
right.
the Spalding.
Yeah, they do not.
They certainly
as
do.
Calvert Hall does a nice job being organized. As Spalding now sends in their final first midfielder as Moss has possession with a head of steam. He comes down to his right. No opportunity to shoot. Backside cut there. Wow, it was beautiful there by Mollett, but they couldn't find him on the inside. Towson now has it all a little left or right. Goes inside behind the back. Shot and score by Swiderski. I don't know if it was drawn up, but it was beautiful.
Well,
Coach.
Swiderski showing a lot of different skills here. He had that incredible behind-the-back thing in the second quarter, and now this one is another behind-the-backer, but this time, watch, he catches it.
I think
beautiful
the
ball movement.
on-ball
Excuse me.
defender on Matassa was confused. I think he thought
Watch
he's going
Zero.
left.
Watch Zero reacting to the pass. Nice cut. Not great defense on the inside, and then a really beautiful finish by Swiderski.
Swiderski's such a good inside player. He doesn't stare at the ball. He watches his man. When he sees his man turns his helmet, he moves to get open.
Cuomo back out now for the Cardinals. Going against Criswell. Criswell wins that last face-off. Spalding now first to score here in the second half as they go on top 6-5 as we're just getting started here. Another good one in this MIAA Conference Championship final. And both players battling for it. Cuomo, Hopper pushes it forward. It looks like it's going to, what's that going to be, a push, loose ball push, possession now back to the Cardinals.
Now that is not a face-off violation because it didn't happen in the scrum area. All right, face-off violations only occur when it does happen right around the face-off X. When the ball went out there, there was a little bit of a push. It's a technical foul, change of possession. However, no face-off violation.
Boy, good distinction, Coach. Hopper, who was throwing a lot of wood, is going to pick up that penalty. So Calvert Hall with a free play here.
Sometimes Hopper is the best player on his team, and then sometimes he honestly becomes one of the best players on the other team by making so many silly mistakes. That's one right there. No need to be slashing and hacking real hard on that guy. You know, he's a great man-down player because of his size and his stick skills. Well, now he's not even on the man down. He's going to the box.
Yeah, that he is. I thought for sure Mitchell was going to convert on that. Newman, great save as he goes low to thwart that shot. Calvert
Newman's
Hall.
playing very well. He's going to be going to Mercer. He's at 57% for the year. Mercer's getting a very, very good goalkeeper.
Yeah, referee asking for a reset of the clock. As now we're at 60 for this Ghost Beverage extra man opportunities. You see Hopper in the box. Taking a little while here to get organized as Mitchell is going to start with it.
Start off in the 1-4-1. They like to shift to a 3-3.
Kelly playing point up top for the Hall as he now shifts over to his left. Top it goes to Schwanke. Schwanke quickly over to Forte. Forte changes the plane of that shot. Three-quarter low. He beats Newman low. We're all tied up again.
I love to watch Peyton Forte shoot the ball. You know, he puts himself in such good position. He's ready. He's loaded. Again, the assist was right on the money. Builds his confidence to shoot it. And from that spot, you know, count it. He's just a terrific left-handed shooter, especially from that spot on the field.
Well, the screen is showing that Calvert Hall is still man up, but they are not lined up that way, Coach. I'm assuming that will change shortly. Back to the shot here by Forte as it looks like he may go high. He fools Newman as the shot goes low. Excellent conversion there for Calvert Hall. Great pass up to Hopper. Coach, help me out here with the distinction. I thought they lined up at being even up, but it looks like they're still showing Calvert Hall being a man up.
No, they're not a man up. That was a 3-on-3 face-off.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So there's a mistake on the scoreboard.
Well, it wasn't a full serve penalty.
Well, knotted up back to 6. We got Moss with it up top.
Well, the penalty had to be over because Hopper was in the box and he was on that face-off. So I'm not sure why there was such a delay on.
Moss down to his left. I think they thought he was going to go point behind. It's a shooting free-for-all here coming out in the third as he goes high, beats Stengel offside.
Well, you know who I haven't seen in the game? A beautiful play by Moss. He's been running with this first midfield. We haven't. No, there's Diego Garcia. It looks like they're rotating 4 guys on this first midfield. Moss with Bennett. This is Moss.
Yeah, slide doesn't come from number 5. He kind of hedges, but he opts not to go. Big mistake is Moss beats Stengel offside high.
Looks
Really
like he
nice.
looked that slide off.
Yeah,
Looked like he
yeah,
was going
yeah.
to throw it to his man. The guy backed off a little bit. And again, fundamentally sound. Hard drive, down the lane, left-handed overhand, well-placed shot.
Cuomo against Criswell once again. Calvert Hall heading right to left, Spalding heading left to right. Oh, Criswell's going to move, and possession back to Calvert Hall. Schoonmaker's going to pick that up.
I like the new rule with the face-off. If you move, if you violate, you got to sit out the next one.
Yeah, I think that's a great rule. The rule that I just I'm not a big fan of is they get them in there and they allow the face-off guys. They'll make sure they're set up properly, and then they vary the cadence so much. It's hard for these kids sometimes. They got to stay down in a squat for 10 or 15 seconds. I think that's a shame. They should put the ball in play and blow the whistle.
Hanover now in for Calvert Hall. Errant shot there by Schoonmaker. Mitchell, though, is going to back that up, and he's going to maintain possession. 49 left on the shot clock.
Mitchell being played by a long stick behind the goal. Unfamiliar territory for a long stick.
Forte pushing it hard, but Dunn is up for the challenge as he pushes it over to Botek. Botek back to Forte. Forte with a hitch trying to get his left hands free. He does. Newman looked like he was fooled there momentarily, but didn't have to make a save.
You know, Hanover also plays attack, and he's very familiar behind the goal. That time he was in the right position to back up that shot.
That he was. A Schwenke who's been kind of quiet tonight goes to his right. Errant pass by Schwenke, though. Hanover can't get it. Possession back to the Cavaliers.
Schwanke would prefer to get back to his left hand. That time his right-handed pass just got away from him.
He also had Forte wide open off the pick. Got to always, when you go through a pick, always look back.
Newman's going to have to go himself. I think Calvert Hall has what they want. Let's see if they opt to call some kind of timeout. Newman on the loose behind the cage. And yes, Spalding, I believe, did get a timeout. Great job there by Coach Hockel, but great job there by Newman.
Great job, but however, they had to burn a timeout. And those are the ones that you need in the fourth quarter.
When you're playing a game with TV timeouts, burning one early in the third quarter isn't quite as egregious as it may appear.
Great call there, Coach.
That's a good call,
with that
Coach.
being said, we're going to come back to live action in just a moment.
This legendary sports group presentation of the 2025 MIAA Lacrosse Championships is presented by Crabs Lacrosse, Baltimore Crabs, locally grown, nationally known. 5 Star, the official highlights provider of the MIAA Championships. Lacrosse Wear, the industry leader in custom uniforms since 2001. Lido Pizza, the preferred pizza of the MIAA Championships. Luminous Health, your comeback starts here. Rehab to Perform. Stay ready to perform with Rehab to Perform physical therapy. Don't be left on the sidelines. And the Rogers Knapp Group of Merrill Lynch. The Rogers Knapp Group of Merrill Lynch Wealth Management. Personalized strategies for your long-term goals.
Right, so you
Don't know
kinda
the teams.
figure it out. All right, back to live action here as Spalding calls the most recent timeout. They hold a slim margin by a score of 7-6. Coach, at break you said, hey, this is a great game. It's a great game. Why?
Well, you got 2 quality teams out there fighting for a championship. You're seeing some terrific individual and team play. And just the MIAA conference to me, and I'm a local guy, and I'm probably biased, but a lot of people tell you it's the best conference in the country, and I think we're seeing that tonight.
Yeah, I think that we are. As we're seeing talent all over the field, but we're also seeing some great strategy combined with some great execution. Out of the timeout,
both teams
Moss,
are very well coached.
excellent coached. Moss starts with it up top. He chooses to go right to right, gets inside the teeth of the defense, over to Matassa. Matassa, though, quickly to Newell. Oh, it was a set play there for Bennett. Bennett whiffs on that shot, picked up nicely, though, by Swiderski. One heck of a ground ball there, Coach.
It's all about the grounders.
Reversed over to Matassa. He pushes to his left. Slide comes quick, and there's going to be a flag. Anderson goes from thinking he's got a fast break to he's going to take a seat in the box.
Well, the reason that was called a foul, and that's a good call, is because there was a thrusting motion there. You can't thrust your stick at a player. You have to make contact and then drive the player with your legs. Good call by the official.
You're going to see it here, Coach. And there's that thrust, as you said, and that's going to draw the flag every time.
That was actually a pretty good double by Anderson there, and he got his hands extended, and I think Matassa was on his way down anyhow because it looked like he had lost his balance.
Yeah,
tough break for the Cardinals, but a wonderful break for Spalding, and they've shown so far in this that they're the one extra man. They ran some nice stuff.
As we get set here for this extra man opportunity brought to us by Ghost Beverage.
They're starting in a 1-4-1. Mowat's going to roll off the crease. There he is. He's their feeder. And what a save by Stengel.
Boy, they got the look they wanted, but what a great save by Stengel. Now they're going to have to get out of it. Spalding's going to apply a ton of pressure, and they do.
Great save by Stengel, but again, inside players, the goalie is going to come up and rise. You got to fake high, get him to commit, and then just shoot the ball downstairs.
Hanover has it as Calvert Hall is successful in killing that penalty. As back up top it goes to Jack Williams. So we're starting to see some substitutions in the midfield for Calvert Hall. Right to left move, inside it goes. Great shot there by Oliver Francis in the game, I think, for the first time. Fresh 60 on that shot clock for this possession for the Hall.
Well, there's one thing I've talked about. Spalding's only playing 4 offensive middies. Calvert Hall, Oliver makes it number 7 on the offensive end. They're playing 2 or 3 shorties, so they're playing more guys. See if that doesn't have an effect as this game keeps wearing down.
Yeah, it gets reversed there to Francis. Francis to his left, pulls back out of it. Now back to his right. Great individual defense there. That shot may have hit the post. I guess not, as there's still 27 seconds on the clock. No reset to coach's point.
Yeah, that's because yours was going solo.
Around the cage. Here it goes inside to Botek. Botek gets inside the teeth of the defense. It's denied. Hopper, great ground ball. We go from seeing great offense, now we're seeing great defense. This game continues to ebb and flow with this talent on the field.
3-3 zone ride. A lot of times teams will go offside in this situation because of a lack of communication.
Coach, is Calvert on a full 10-man or
Yes.
kind of a pseudo 10-man there?
Well, I'd call it a soft 10-man. Some people call it a 9.5-man ride. Stengel was out of the goal. Spalding put 2 guys way deep in the corners, and then they broke their other attackman up into the middle of the field.
That looks to be Gordy Bennett who receives it coming out of the box. Bennett, one of those small midfielder groups that have been played a lot of minutes here tonight, as Matassa has it. Matassa, boy, there's a attackman from Spalding. That was almost going to be a great opportunity, and Mollett can't pick it up. Errant pass goes from great opportunity to possession back to Calvert Hall, and is clear.
Well, Diego Garza was open, but the pass just wasn't on the money.
Well, one thing I do like about watching Spalding and Calvert Hall play offense, they'll throw a 3 or 4 yard pass to a guy if he's open. We've seen that a bunch today and seen some quality goals, passes in tight around the goal. They were offsides, and the refs missed that one.
Stengel has it now. He's going to have to go over. Errant pass. Great ride there by the Cavaliers. Possession back to them. They're rewarded with it.
What's the famous line? The ball don't lie. Refs missed Calvert Hall being offsides, but they threw the ball away anyhow, so Spalding gets the second chance opportunity.
Yeah, to that point, let's see if they can take advantage of this second chance as Moss has it as he throws it over to Newell. Back to Moss it goes, right to right, down the alley, rolls back to his left. I think one thing for sure, if you're a short stick deep midi for Calvert Hall, you're going to be tired after this one. Switch by
challenge position on the field.
Yeah, no doubt. Nice switch there by Anderson. As now we're down to 40 seconds here on the shot clock. Moss to his left. Now to his right, sweeps up top, rolls back to his left. Calvert Hall defensively doing one heck of a job. Negating any really serious opportunity for the Cavaliers as we're close to 20 here on this shot clock. Here's Bennett. Bennett gets his hands free, and he scores as Stengel looks confused as a shot that he normally saves, he does not.
Well, Bennett got a really nice pick from his teammate that freed him up on this as he got to the middle of the field. Watch this pick out just on the edge. Here he is. Nice pick by his teammate, and a really great overhand shot. Spalding by 2.
Summer's here, and with the new Toyota, you can do all the things that make summer, summer. Take a Grand Highlander and go root for the home team. Send newlyweds off in a Camry. Congrats. Thanks. Or catch some waves with a RAV4. Still got it.
Buy a spacious Grand Highlander with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on an adventure-ready RAV4.
Your summer starts here. That limbo.
Toyota, let's go places.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa. Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. Hi. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight.
Gotcha.
Buy a sporty Camry with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on a stylish new Corolla sedan or hatchback.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Unitas Stadium on the campus of Towson University. Spalding leads by a score of 8-6. We're going to go back to that last play, Coach Zim. Walk us through what you're seeing.
So right here, the short stick, number 21, is giving Anderson a chance to go through, and he decides to go over the top. That's a fundamental mistake. Once that defender goes over top the pick, the man with the ball now has a free lane to shoot the ball.
Yeah, and the short stick probably thought he didn't even need to show there because he thought Anderson was going to get through, right?
Well, the one thing is you want to drop back, but you also have to shade towards where the man's coming through with the ball. So if there is a mistake, you can switch. And you got to communicate.
Important to note is Spalding has taken this lead. They've scored 3 goals on just 4 shots. That's great shooting percentage in my book, as Cuomo is back out now against Criswell for Spalding. Cuomo pulls it behind. Hopper's quick to approach. Hopper bats it. Oh, boy, what a ground ball there by Hopper as he showed his ability and his hand-eye coordination to get that ball off the ground in tough conditions.
You know, normally Ben Cuomo gets that ground ball first time. He's missed a couple the first time, and you might think that, hey, he knows that a player like Robbie Hopper's on the wing, and he's so concerned about that he's losing some focus and concentration.
Spalding now kind of inflicting their will as they push this to a 2-goal advantage. They win the most recent face-off, back on with possession again as Ostrowski has it. Over it goes to Bennett. Bennett to the inside to Newell lets it go. I think it was deflected before it got to the cage.
Great offense by the Cavaliers, now we're seeing Ostrowski. He hadn't been in this game too much, so now they're at least running a 5th midi out there. You know, you want to keep your guys fresh.
Matassa has it. Back behind it goes to Mollett. There goes Bennett. Bennett down the left, back to his right.
Jackson
Newell
Stonebaker.
now.
Good solid short stick.
Oh, missed the cage, but backed up again by the Cavaliers. We're down to 16 here on the shot clock as Mollett goes over to retrieve it.
Calvert Hall's defense is whistle ready. Notice they're not relaxing. They're prepared for the next whistle. Good defenses are always whistle ready.
Coach, the 2 back middies also have to be on alert to play defense?
Absolutely.
Ostrowski has it. Oh, Ostrowski looks like he's going to shoot. I thought he picked up a penalty. He beat Stengel highs. I think Stengel thought the same thing.
Well, I think Stengel was getting ready to step to the shooter, and he just didn't get out in time. Ostrowski didn't have much room. Let's see where this shot ends up.
Yeah, Ostrowski starts with it. The shot clock was winding down. Wasn't sure if he was going to shoot or send it to the corner. Looks to the inside, looks the defender off, Coach. Then he decides he's going to shoot. Great, no angle, great shot.
Stengel dropped his stick. You can't drop your stick, especially when you're hugging the pipe. And sure enough, you drop your stick. It's harder to pick it back up than it is to get down. Great shot by Ostrowski. Big, big goal.
We'll be going to VMI.
Wow.
Look at Hopper.
Another great
Listen,
job there by
some
Hopper.
Some of the mistakes he makes, but he makes up for them. He could pick up a ground ball in traffic like very few poles I've seen, very few shorties, too.
Yeah, Dunn has it. Dunn sends a pass up to Hopper, quarterback to receiver. And Spalding back on possession again. If
They're
you're
gonna have to
Calvert Hall,
stop the game here. He's got something going on. You know, and here's the difference. You know, what I've seen is Robbie Hopper's kept it simple here in the second half. Kept it simple. And, you know, so there are a lot of positives, much fewer negatives.
Hopper reaching for the back of that right calf. So not sure if it's an ankle or a calf or Achilles. Looks like he's going to be okay, though, as he's able to get off on his own power.
He might have pulled a muscle or has a little bit of a cramp. I'm not sure. It looks like it's the lower right leg.
Coach, excellent point, though. Maybe in the first half, a lot of athleticism, but some really bad decision-making. Now we're seeing great athleticism, but even better decision-making.
Yeah, he's playing much more disciplined.
Yeah, I would agree.
And, boy, when you can add discipline to talent, you've got a player.
Quickly goes to Moss as Hopper goes to the sideline to try to get reset. Moss sticking his right hand right to right down the alley, avoids the back check, maintains possession. Newell gets to the inside. Oh, Anderson puts him to the turf, and they're going to throw a flag.
Jeez, that looked like a nice hit by Anderson.
Yeah, there's going to be a second flag. This could be disastrous for Calvert Hall.
They're going to go 2-man down, somebody arguing with an official.
It's going to be a push on Anderson. I thought that was a good call, and then somebody must have come in and said something to the official, and now you got an unsportsmanlike on top of it.
Yeah, as you see them communicating, they're lucky if they don't get a third, as you have an assistant coach providing his input into that conference. And let's see what we come away with.
We can't hear what they say, but we can certainly look at the signals.
Yeah, here's it. Walk us through this replay, Coach.
Oh, he turned.
Yep.
It's going to get called from the back.
Yeah, it goes from Calvert Hall, maybe we're having a break now, to 2 penalties with 1:21 left to go here in the third.
Yeah, I think Anderson's got 30 seconds. And then the argument on number 4 for Calvert Hall, Cole Hoddle, that's going to be a 1 minute. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
You got to control your emotions.
This could tentatively or technically put this game out of reach for Calvert Hall if Spalding is able to take advantage of this multiple times, Coach.
Nah, not when you have a good face-off guy. This game is not out of reach, I don't think, although you're potentially dropping down to 4, but I think Cuomo, you know, he's a great equalizer.
He's a great equalizer. That's a great point there. It's taken some time to sort through all of this, but looks like ultimately there's going to be 2 Cardinals in the box, Anderson and Hoddle, as Spalding gets set for this extra man opportunity brought to us by Ghost Beverage as we near the close here of the third quarter. So what we're seeing here, Coach, on the screen is 2 men up for 30.
Well, yeah, 1 minute, definitely on the sportsmanlike. So the 30-second penalty, they're both releasable if there's a goal. There's not a full serve.
Spalding starts this possession by moving the ball counterclockwise. Over it goes to Newell. Newell goes low to high. Folds Stengel. Stengel goes low.
I think in this situation, you just bang the ball around, a little bit of movement. You can really work for a layup here.
Yeah, they do. Not to take the shot there as Mollett pulls it back out.
I'm not sure what he's waiting for.
And there's one.
There's a good play by Mollett. Wait for the 30-second guy to come in. Now they're just up 1.
So now we have another 30-second penalty that needs to be served as Ostrowski has it.
Ostrowski and Newell are a little bit too close together there. Now they're spreading.
Mollett has it. Looks to the inside. Wow, what a save there by Stengel. Bodies dumped to the turf. That was not going to be a goal as a player is going to be in the crease. Critical situation.
And a critical save by Stengel. Unbelievable play.
Boy, that really was. Looked like he was screened too, Coach, and he was able to see it. Calvert Hall on the break there. Inside it goes. His bodies get dumped to the turf. You had said it early, Coach. We're seeing some great athletes really go at it here tonight, and we've seen that in the past 30 seconds.
Well, let's go back real quick. I heard Coach Zimmerman talking about the conference. These two teams are ranked 2 of the top 4 teams in high school lacrosse. Boys Latin, Loyola, Calvert Hall, McDonough. They're all in the top 25 in the country out of 1 league. That's pretty powerful.
Well, we're now headed into this fourth quarter as we see this replay as Moss goes down the left side and scores. Coach Zim, you were getting ready to say something.
Just that notice that Calvert Hall held the ball because there's still a man down situation. So even though they're the man down, because they have possession, they get possession.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go here, surf's up, here, woo, and here.
Buy an off-road ready Tacoma with special financing as low as 3.75%, or get special 1.99% financing on a full-size Tundra.
Your summer starts here and just keeps on going.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm the founder and CEO of O2 Sports Insurance. We're proud to once again be partnering with the MIAA Championship Series, where passion, perseverance, and peak performance take center stage. These events aren't just about winning. They're about the spirit of competition, the strength of teams, and the heart of every athlete who gives it their all. At O2 Sports Insurance, we stand with teams and organizations on and off the field because your commitment inspires everything we do. Let's celebrate the incredible talent, sportsmanship, and drive on display. Get ready for an unforgettable series ahead.
All right, here we go as we head into the final stretch here. As we enter the fourth quarter, we're going to take a look at the 5-star play of the game. And it looks like it's going to be from Agent Zero, Coach.
Agent Zero. I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. Mark Fredo, our producer, correctly called that a backhand scoop shot. What a play by Swiderski.
Either way, that was one heck of a play by Swiderski as we get ready for this last face-off of the season that's going to be brought to us by Ocean City, Maryland. Last face-off to start the fourth quarter, Coach. Thank you. I am corrected. And that face-off was won by Criswell. But Coach Criswell has really held his own. There hasn't been a need for Hopper. There hasn't been any gimmicks really needed at the X.
Well,
he's done more than held his own.
Yes, I agree. And then Hopper with a couple, unbelievable ground balls. He's as good picking up a ground ball with a pole.
He's world class in that category.
Somebody any better at it.
Definitely Division I caliber in that department.
Yeah, as it starts now with number 16, Newell to Matassa. Everywhere you look, there's just difficult covers for a defense when you're playing Spalding, but the crease covers that one as Matassa goes in it, and Calvert Hall now on the clear.
I think Matassa guilty of trying to do a little bit too much there.
Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Spalding wins the third. Calvert Hall is going to let's see how they adjust to try to pull back even and potentially win the fourth.
Nice clear by Jason Baker, one of Calvert Hall's short stick defensive middies. Gives his squad a chance to set up their offense.
Schwenke has it for the Hall. He moves it back up top to Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker with possession.
A lot of times in this situation, teams try to rush and try to get it all back at one time. It's not going to happen. One play at a time. There you go.
There is one play at a time. Schoonmaker just stayed with that dodge, Coach, as he pushed the pipes. No slide comes from Spalding. He's able to convert.
Schoonmaker's quicker than you realize. I think sometimes you look out there and you're not impressed. I've seen him get by people consistently this year in the games I've seen Calvert Hall play. And he's very comfortable on this field because that's where he'll be playing his future lacrosse here at Towson for Coach Sean Nadelin.
Yeah, you see like the short stick defender doesn't receive any help. He stays on the island. Schoonmaker stays with it. 5-hole it goes. And face-off one now by Cuomo. And back and forth we go as Calvert Hall looks to tie this up.
Big face-off there. Again, possession can go back-to-back, make it, take it. Critical point in this game.
Yeah, it is a critical point for both teams as Botek has it. He's waiting for his substitutions. Williams, number 3, gets it coming out of the box. Far side it goes to number 21, Jackson Snellbaker. I'm sorry, that is not correct. That's Ben Hanover, number 17.
Watch his left.
Hanover comes around to his left, Coach. Up tops it goes, it gets reversed. Williams, I love the technique, Coach. Needs to bring it down about 5 feet.
Williams is a really quality shooter. Overhand, hard. Scored a couple nice goals the other night against McDonough.
Botek has it behind the cage. Calvert Hall looking to break through here to get this one tied. Williams gets to the inside. All defense comes quickly. Hopper's on the loose. Doesn't look like he's injured anymore. Hopper pushes it forward, unable to pick it up. Now Hoddle has it. Hoddle's on the loose. He's going to come across midfield. Swiderski dives for it. He does not go off sides as they have players back. Hopper, though, does a nice job getting back in the hole to settle things down.
Second chance opportunity now for the Cardinals.
Yeah, to that point, Calvert Hall starts to substitute as it looks like those first-line middies are going to come back on as Schwenke has it as he gets it from Mitchell.
Schwenke wants his left.
That is for sure, Coach, and he gets it. Oh, no slide comes. He's going to get his hands free. Easy save there. We're going to be on a break, jailbreak now for Spalding. They do not have numbers, though, Coach. They're going to pull it back out.
Notice on that save, after that save, Jacob Newman looked right back to where the shot come from. That's the rule.
Yeah,
The
great
shots
point,
from
Coach.
outside look right back to where it came from. That time they got a little bit of a break, but Calvert Hall did a nice job getting back and taking away the counterattack.
Great call there, Coach, as Spalding gets set up. Do you think we'll see them be more deliberate with a 2-goal lead here in the fourth, or no, they got to keep pushing?
Maybe somewhere in between. Definitely don't want to take the air out of the ball too much. Be patient, but still stick to your game plan on offense. Work the ball around. Try to get another one.
Yeah, Jack Wolf has it behind the cage. Wolf, he's just probably no more for his defense, right, Coach? And he gets it stripped, but he maintains possession.
Well, I just think we've seen him play defense a couple shifts.
Gotcha.
He's an offensive midi.
Gotcha. Down low it goes. Ostrowski inside to Mollett. Mollett does a nice job just maintaining possession as he comes through that traffic. It's behind the cage. Fans thought he scored. They did not. Picked up by Stengel. Up it goes. Spalding now relentless on that ride. Back check isn't successful.
Brody
Cardinals
Dale,
get out
nice
of it.
job escaping the double team. Plus the sideline. He had two players in the sideline to worry about, and he somehow got out of there.
Hanover with possession, looks inside. Substitutions now for both teams as we're going to play even up. No advantage obtained by Calvert Hall. Over it goes to Mitchell. Mitchell draws the long pole, so he goes back to Schwenke, who has a short stick.
Well, Spalding only plays 2 short stick defensive middies, Bear and George, and they're out there again.
Ball knocked to the turf. Another errant pass.
Yeah, not great spacing there.
And another unforced error at really critical time, trailing by 2.
One thing I've seen Coach Zimmerman with Spalding offenses there seem very intent to playing offense from in front of the goal. You know, they got a great feeder in Mollett. He could get a little bit more involved, I think, from behind the cage.
Moss has it up top. He's got Newell to his right. He does, with the swim move, gets it to his right hand free. Reverses it over to Matassa, sets that screen. Matassa comes to his left. Over now to Garza. Garza sweeps to his right. Slide comes quickly.
Better job that time by Calvert Hall playing the pick. Went through the pick, not over the top.
Newell has it. He has a short stick on him. This could be dangerous. Oh, but it is dangerous for him as the ball gets knocked to the turf.
Plus a broken stick.
Yeah, Calvert Hall brings it down. They do not have numbers. It's a shot, and it's a goal, an unexpected goal, and a flag. But it looks like the flag is going to be negated. Either way, it brings it 9-8. It looks like I've been told it's been waved off. We're going to have to sort through this one.
Well, it was a technical foul, and because the goal counts, the technical foul's wiped out.
No, I'm thinking they're saying the goal was wiped off, Coach, it looks like, or no?
No, they just waved off the penalty.
Okay, I got you.
Although they've broken for a timeout. Now, I don't know whether this is a TV timeout.
Well, we're going to sort through this one as we head to the timeout. It looks like the score will stand as it is 9-8 Spalding on a long shot by Calvert Hall. Don't go anywhere, folks.
We talk about focus, effort, and have fun. Okay? The focus and the effort includes accountability, right? Okay? This means something to be out here. I saw guys running, I saw guys throwing the ball, and I saw guys having a lot of fun.
This legendary sports group presentation of the 2025 MIAA Lacrosse Championships is presented by CFG Bank, revolutionizing the banking experience. Kelly Benefits, the official benefits partner of the MIAA Championships. O2 Sports Insurance, the #1 sports insurance coverage in the USA. Ocean City, Maryland, something to smile about. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice. Towson Sports Medicine. Keep moving with personalized physical therapy and sports medicine. And Toyota. Let's go places.
All right, we're back to live action here. 5:35 left to go here in the fourth as Calvert Hall gets the last goal to draw within one by a score 9-8. Here comes that last sequence as it's, who's that, number 21? Is that Snellbaker?
That is
scores
Jackson
a
Snellbaker.
big goal for Calvert Hall.
Going to Richmond, by the way.
A lot of players heading to Richmond. I was confused. I thought they had waved the goal off. They do not.
They waved the offsides or the push off, but what a shot. Did you see where that ball right on goaltender's hip? Tough save for Newman on that one.
The Calvert Hall still has life as they have getting closer, as they now trail only by one. Big face-off here for both teams. Criswell against Cuomo. Cuomo pushes it forward. Criswell pushes him out of the way. Calvert Hall picks it up, but there's Hopper. Oh, great job there, getting out of trouble. And I'm assuming Calvert Hall's going to pull it back out, and they do.
He's done a great job on the wing tonight for the Cardinals. Gotten some big ground balls.
Momentum has definitely shifted back on the side of Calvert Hall as Hanover has it. Hanover to Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker with the short stick. Down to his left, no slide. Can't get the shot off as he didn't have the angle.
Again, he's a lot quicker than he appears.
Back behind, as Schoonmaker maintains possession. He goes cross field with it to Forte. Forte gets it back. Dunn on him, pushing him away from the cage.
Great poke check there.
Mitchell can't come up with that. Wow. Critical time for an error.
Great job.
Calvert Hall.
Again, simple check, the poke check. Controlled the gloves, timed it right. Causes a turnover. Nothing special, but just very, very solid.
Well, you got Mitchell still in the field as a defender. Hopper's keeping him. Let's see if they do anything. They do not. As Spalding keeps it simple, as Bennett now has possession as we're getting close to 4 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter. Can Spalding do it? Can they hold this, and can they win their first MIAA title?
Well, one thing when you play in front of the goal as much as Spalding does, you know, if you make a bad pass or, you know, you throw the ball inside and it gets checked, there's nobody getting back in the hole that quickly. That's why I like to see it back behind the goal some more.
Calvert Hall extending some pressures. Garza has Anderson on him. Garza down to his right.
Nice lift.
Boy, nice lift there. He maintains possession. Matassa gets to the inside. Back up top it goes to Garza. Living on the edge with some of these passes. Bennett redodges, curls around to his right, doesn't like it. Over to Matassa it goes. We're now down to 10 on the shot clock. Matassa is confused. They pick it up, but they're going to have to do something. They just throw it to the corner. Great defensive stand there by the Cardinals.
Real nice defensive stand. And again, the one thing that neither team wants to do now is foul.
Well, to that point, Coach, it looks like the attackers are pressing down to Ride. You know, would you do that or would you pull back?
Well, you know, I mean, when a midi handles the ball, I always put two attackmen on the midi, have them give it up, and then have one attackman shut it off. Make the goalie and the defenseman clear the ball.
Well, looks like they're going to make Stengel clear it. He does not as he reverses it.
This attackman in the corner's got to go deep. Two guys in the same area. You got to spread them out. The key to clearing is not so much the length of the field, but the width. Use the width of the field.
And timeout there by Calvert Hall. We're under 3 minutes now for this very important possession. Back to live action. Join us, folks. This is a good one.
Kelly Benefits helps employers and employees save time, money, and hassle in navigating the intricacies of insurance, benefits, and payroll challenges. Kelly Benefits is pleased to be a sponsor of the MIAA Championships. Visit kellybenefits.com to put our people, technology, and solutions to work for you.
All right, welcome back here as we head down the home stretch. Spalding holding on with a 1-goal lead by the score of 9-8. as we head to the defensive play of the game, and this is going to come by Jacob Newman as he makes a fantastic save at a critical moment, with the defensive play of the game being brought to us by O2 Sports Insurance.
Newman's been tough tonight. The senior's going to Mercer, 57% for the season.
See, Newman sprinting from that timeout back to his cage. 2:52 left to go for Spalding to get that first MIAA title.
Right at the end of that third quarter, you were thinking if Spalding converted on those extra man opportunities, it might be
you were right.
Curtains for Calvert Hall. They fought back. This game's got a great chance to head into overtime.
That it does, as Calvert Hall takes that most recent timeout to get things set defensively, as it looks like Schoonmaker is going to start with it.
Hey, any way we look at it, this has been a really good game against two quality opponents with a lot of very, very good lacrosse players.
And that's the way it should be in this MIAA lacrosse final. Schoonmaker drifts out to his left. Over it goes to number 3, Jack Williams. Williams with the short stick to his right.
He's got
Gets
a big
to the
shot.
inside.
Oh,
boy, great save there. Now Hopper breaks. He followed your principles, Coach. Newman looked to where the shot came from. He didn't pass it, which was the right decision. Spalding back on offense.
Well, he got a great shot. He just didn't put it in a good spot. Stick side, easy save for Newman.
That it was. Spalding, I think, is going to be very deliberate, but they're not, as Hopper lets one go. That one almost hit Shepard Pratt, Coach.
Well, I would also say Hopper looked up and he had a man back behind the goal. It's not a bad time to take one of those howitzers that he's got. He just missed the cage, but it was backed up.
Backed up nicely, and that means Spalding's rewarded as pressure being applied to Mollett. You got 4-on-4. Mollett gets knocked to the turf. Who's going to come up with it? Has to be a push there by Hoddle. I'm going to say possession maintained by Spalding.
And the shot clock resets to 60 seconds. It's a bad play by Hoddle running that guy off.
Helmet comes off. He's got to leave the field.
Though, but there's going to be a timeout here.
Well, they called a push, so does that mitigate Coach Zimmerman, the helmet fumbling off? Watch.
If your helmet comes off, you have to come out of the game until the next dead ball whistle.
Well, does a timeout determine that that's a dead ball whistle?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're going to stay here, folks, as we're going to kind of set the scene for you as we're down to the 2:02 mark. Spalding with possession. Want to thank everyone for watching not only this game, but all of them as they're being brought to us by one of our great sponsors in Advanced Radiology. Coach Shriver, you had your hands in the air. What do you think, and what's the strategy?
Well, I just, first and foremost, the game's coming down to the wire, and at this point in time, who's the player of the game? I don't think you could call it yet.
I would not be able to. There's been so many great individual efforts so far. It would be very difficult to call that now.
We've had some great goalie play. We've had some great face-off play. We've had some beautiful shots.
I agree. It's a tough call. And we might have to wait until the end of the game.
But no chance they probably double the ball here, right? Or they just play straight up with 45 seconds left to go on the shot clock. What do you think?
Well,
I don't think they double it yet.
I'm surprised. Sorry, but they called a push on that play. Why does not the shot clock reset to 60 seconds?
It should.
Correct. So why hasn't it? It was a push called against Calvert Hall.
Right.
The shot clock should be reset to 60 seconds. And why hasn't it?
And they are not going to double. Bennett's going to start with. Looks like he's calling for. No, they did not, Coach. They keep it at 45. No pressure applied immediately as Bennett drags the ball back up top.
Well, if they wanted a double, then the ball should have been funneled back behind the goal. So I don't think that was part of the game plan.
Bennett gets to the inside with that big right hand. Not really a threat to shoot right now as he takes it behind the cage as we get down to 20. And it comes around. Now the slide comes quickly. Back up top it goes to Moss. Over to Knoll. Almost down to 10. Quickly over to Bennett. Bennett, is he going to be the hero? Bennett down to his left. Lets it go. Misses the cage. Oh, Back to Spalding it goes, but the shot clock stays at 4.
Spalding's getting their offensive players off the field. They'll substitute their defensive players off the field, toss the ball into the corner, and now they'll rely on their defense to hold on and win this ball game.
Yeah, it looks like Calvert Hall's going to have another chance here to get this thing knotted up at 9. Coach Shrive said this one has the potential going to overtime. I think he is right. And just no penalty there by Swiderski as Calvert Hall clears it. Now we're going to have another timeout as we head to respective benches as both teams get ready to set their strategy. We'll be back live in just a moment. All right, here we go. We're down to the final stretch here. 1:04 left to go. Spalding up 9-8, but Calvert Hall with possession. Both you guys were talking strategy scenarios. What can we look out for as we head to this final set of plays?
Well, obviously, Calvert Hall is looking to get the tying goal. Also, I'm sure their defensive huddle talked about, hey, if Spalding gets the ball, we have to go jump into a 10-man ride and just hustle and try to make a play. One thing that neither team, again, wants to do is foul.
One thing that Calvert Hall's done offensively in this last quarter, you'll notice getting the ball is Peyton Forte, the quality left-handed shooter who's banged 2 really nice goals tonight. He's been playing in front of the goal in this second half, particularly as they rotate a couple other guys back behind the goal, although Peyton has been kind of a wing player most of the year.
Yeah, he's a shooter.
Calvert Hall student section waving the white flags, employing their team to get this next goal. Forte sweeps to his left, takes a wow, coach. I don't think that's the shot that was drawn up. Let's see if they head to that 10-man. You're right. Quick shot there. Easy save there, but Newman and Spalding taking a long time to get into this clear as we're now down to 40 seconds. Oh, they do it, but they're going to get jumped. Quickly it goes over to Swiderski. Swiderski getting a lot of pressure from Anderson. Anderson with a big chop isn't successful. As Swiderski running for his life behind the cage. Anderson
nice
now
play.
gets it. Great play with possession. They got 23. They need to move. Up it goes to Mitchell. Mitchell avoids the check from Hopper. Up it goes to Forte. Forte gets the inside shot, and he scores! He scores, and it's tied up with 13 left to go.
And there's a penalty. There's a penalty.
Wow. Can you believe it?
That would be a dead ball foul.
No, it was offsides, waved off by the official. 13 seconds left.
Can you believe it? We go from Swiderski running for his life, Anderson with the back check to get it to the length of the field, and Forte scores.
How about the handle on the clear?
And now we have a face-off with Cuomo, one of the best, who can win this, push it forward, and end this for Calvert Hall.
Well,
you kind of knew it was coming. Here we go, as we see this event. Great individual play there by Anderson. And then an even better play here by Forte. You know it's coming. The defense hesitates. Boy, it looks like Newman was just a little bit confused there. Stick side low. One of those saves I'm sure he wished he had back. Cuomo now pushes it forward. Cuomo with possession. Cuomo down the middle of the field. Quickly it goes over to Botek. Botek, ball knocked to the turf. We're down to 5. Quickly it goes behind. Forte comes around, shoots, errant shot, and we are headed for overtime.
Boy, they
folks.
had the chance, and if Botek just comes to meet that pass, he's going to improve his angle. The defender, I don't think, is going to be able to stop, and heck of an opportunity. Couldn't ask for a better ending.
Yeah, this is already interesting. As I need to say, please be back with us, folks. We're headed for a great end.
founder and CEO of O2 Sports Insurance. We're proud to once again be partnering with the MIAA Championship Series, where passion, perseverance, and peak performance take center stage. These events aren't just about winning. They're about the spirit and competition, the strength of teams, and the heart of every athlete who gives it their all. At O2 Sports Insurance, we stand with teams and organizations on and off the field because your commitment inspires everything we do. Let's celebrate the incredible talent, sportsmanship, and drive on display. Get ready for an unforgettable series ahead.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa! Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
All right, we had a chance to catch our breath. We hope you did too, as we're headed to extra time here. As Calvert Hall with a furious rally to end this game to knot it up at 9. All important face-off here. You have Criswell against Cuomo. Criswell pulls it behind. Cuomo, though, drags it. Looks like he dragged him to the turf. No call. Really important ground ball. Criswell picks it up on his own. Back it goes to Newman. Newman reverses it to the weak side to Dunn. Dunn clearing it over the midfield line. He is successful. Coach,
does he call a timeout? I say up. He called it.
Yeah, I think an important stat to note here. During that rally to tie things up, Calvert Hall outshot Spalding 8-3 in the fourth quarter, and that resulted in them outscoring them 3-0 in that fourth quarter.
Well, give the Calvert Hall defense a lot of credit. You know, they were challenged multiple times. They came through.
Well, I'd like to say that Criswell gets the draw, but he falls to his feet not once but twice, still gets up, gets that possession. It could result in Spalding winning their first MIAA title.
Hey, look, Criswell's going to Naval Academy. You think he's given up on anything?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Navy's getting a good one there, no doubt.
It's been a great battle at the Face-Off X today. Two really good lacrosse players landing on the lines.
Yeah, we're going to take a look here, folks, at the game time goal. What a series of events.
Just again, it starts with a change of possession. Got the ball on the ground. Just good, solid passing to get up the field. And then you got Forte. Didn't take the 10-yarder. Got into about 7. Improved his shot and just stuck a huge goal.
Yeah, he really did. I don't even think that was bad defense there. You got the push late. He just made a great individual effort.
I love the stands. Calvert Hall kids in the middle, a bunch of guys with their shirts off, and then you look at the Spalding fans. Look at them. They're all wearing Spalding shirts, Cavaliers on them. They look very organized.
Yeah, that
clean,
they do.
neat.
Uniform.
Pensive,
uniform.
too, as Garza is going to start with it.
All right, this is what it's all about.
Is this an individual? Is this a set for an individual, or is this just a set and whoever has the open shot gets it?
No, they're going to run their offense. Just take what they give you.
And Garza gets to the inside, over, back it goes up top to Newell. Bennett looks like he wanted to be the hero. He pulls it back out now with a head of steam. Bennett goes down low. Bennett misses the cage.
That's going to be red ball.
Oh, Calvert Hall with possession. I thought Bennett had it.
Calvert Hall just pulled a Spalding on them by beating Hoddle. Makes a great play and beats that shot to the end line. Possession for the Cardinals.
It was a Spalding on Spalding, now to the clear.
Most important clear of the night for Calvert Hall.
Stengel with possession.
This kid's got some speed.
Oh, pass in the middle of the field, but it's picked up nicely by Snellbaker.
Coach Kelly got his timeout. They stepped into the box.
Yeah, great job there. Great individual job there by Snellbaker as he gets it into the box. Now the strategy shifts for Spalding. They were on offense. Now they're on defense. Straight up, play defense the way they have all game, I'm assuming, Coach.
Yeah, there's no time to change anything here, and I think what Calvert Hall is going to do is they're going to put in a set play, and this is what Spalding did at the other end. They put in a set play, and if it wasn't there, then they just go ahead and run their stuff. So I think Calvert Hall will follow the same strategy. They'll put in a little play, and again, they'll be told, listen, we're going to put this in, but don't force it, all right? If it's not there, you guys have been playing great tonight. Go out and win us the ball game.
Yeah, I agree. Again, I thought Bennett had it as he got to the inside, just wasn't able to convert. But what a play! What presence of mind for Calvert Hall to get to the end line first and get possession.
It'd be awesome. I'm always thinking kind of outside the box. I think it'd be awesome if Spalding came out and started playing some zone.
I thought the same thing too. It's like it's a risk, but it would definitely throw Calvert Hall off.
And put Hopper up top in the middle where, his stick can create a lot of havoc. I'm sure they would love number 9 to get his hands free, the Cardinals.
And he's going to have number 77 done on him. Forte, who scored the miracle goal to get us to overtime, pushing to his left, Dunn doing a heck of a job keeping him out. The flip goes to Mitchell. Mitchell now has Dunn on him.
This is the go man right here.
Schwanke has it. Rolls back to his left. And here comes the flip to Mitchell. Forte with a hitch.
Give and go!
And it's over! It's over! Calvert Hall has upset Spalding to win the game with Mitchell with the game winner.
What a tremendous play Calvert Hall ran there. Just really nice ball movement, and Mitchell cut right down the middle of the field, and a beautiful feed by Forte, I believe.
And they went to one of the oldest plays in the book, the give and go.
Yeah, and to your point, Coach, they stayed with it. Instead of taking that shot, they stayed with it. Throw the pass on the inside. Spalding looks surprised as you see their players dejected, laying on the turf.
Hey, what a lacrosse game. How about Mitchell? His 2 older brothers won 3 in a row for the Cardinals, and he gets Calvert Hall their 4th one.
Let's remember, Spalding had this thing not locked, but they were up 2 with 2 minutes to go. Calvert Hall comes all the way back to tie it and then ends up winning it.
Well, they shut him out in the 4th period, and that allowed them to come back and send it into overtime. But that was just a beautiful play. I don't know if it was drawn up. I just think that they went to what they've been doing.
Yeah, we're going to that point, we're going to name the Sheehy Lexus player of the game, and that is going to be number 9, Peyton Forte.
Really,
not
really
sure, but I think
Forte.
Can we roll this? Can we roll this goal real quickly? Yeah, Forte with 4 goals, including and the assist on this game winner.
There's the one that ties
it up. The one that tied it with 13 seconds left, and then they ran this really nice offense. They were unselfish. Watch. Forte, and then a give and go. Look at that!
Wow.
What a play!
And the give and go was on number 1, Hopper, who gets caught ball watching. And Mitchell gets behind him and converts. And the rest is history as Calvert Hall comes back to win the 2025 MIAA title.
Well, they had them ranked, or not ranked, they had them seeded 3rd. Don't forget, McDonough, Calvert Hall, and Boys Latin were all 8-2 going into the playoffs. Calvert Hall was the 3rd seed. Boys Latin was a 4th seed because McDonough beat both those teams, and Calvert Hall got the 3rd seed because they beat Boys Latin. Calvert Hall had to win 3 games to win the title. Not easy.
I would like to say there's 2 people here that said Spalding would win it, and there was 1 guy that said Calvert Hall would win it, and that 1 guy was me, Coach. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit here.
Well, I had Spalding winning it with 13 seconds left, but
you are correct.
What a comeback by the Cardinals.
Yeah, you are correct, and that's what one of the reasons why they say this conference is the best conference in the country. With all this talent, you are never out of it, and that was shown here tonight as Calvert Hall makes a miraculous comeback and wins another title for Coach Kelly, who you see addressing his team right now.
Just everything you would hope for in a championship game.
Oh, it had it all. And the play that they scored the game winner on was just, honestly, it was a thing of beauty. Mitchell with a great backdoor cut, and Forte with a nice, subtle, soft feed coming right down the gut. Game over.
Yeah, we saw, we covered the Spalding Calvert Hall game during the season. Calvert Hall looked flat, and Coach Kelly said they just didn't play well. It was during spring break. We get to this rematch, you see a much different Calvert Hall team, and it results in them winning the title. As you see, both teams now gathered to shake hands. I think in some respects, Coach, Calvert Hall may be a little stunned that they pulled this thing off. They believed it, but maybe weren't sure it was going to happen, and it happened.
Well, they made it happen. You know, again, fourth quarter, great defense. Forte stepped up big time at the end. And, you know, they're a team that has a winning tradition, and they reached deep down inside to get just a terrific overtime win against a very, very, very good Archbishop Spalding team.
Yeah, as they say, it's kind of a shame one team has to lose. Both teams played fantastic tonight. Both teams loaded with talent. We get to see a great game. It's inspiring, but for those Spalding kids you see going through a line, it's another heartbreak as they were trying to win their first title.
Well, they had a chance in 21, and they lost a heartbreaker to Boys Latin in the championship game. Then McDonough got on that three-title run. Spalding, handled Boys Latin very easily in the semis. Calvert Hall had to work their tail off. They beat St. Paul's very, very convincingly in last week's quarterfinal. And then on Tuesday, they had a nail-bite game against McDonough that they hung on and won. Stengel with a couple great saves at the end of that game. And then the way they finished this game, you got to give them some tremendous credit. They really they executed in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
And, Coach, it goes back to that one play where they hustle and run out that shot, get possession, that ultimately puts them in position to win.
And put the ball on the ground on the double team. So in crunch time, they did everything they needed to do to win this game. And that's what it takes, you know. And again, credit the Cavaliers. Great season. I know they're disappointed. And this is a tough one, but, you know, they'll look back, hopefully, and say it was a heck of a year. Yeah. And they'll be back in the championship game. You know, don't worry about that.
Interesting to note, Calvert Hall won the varsity title, and they also won the JV title over both games over Spalding. As you see Coach Mulford there being congratulated by his kids. Coaches, any final words before we shut things down for the night and the season?
It's just been a great season. Enjoyed calling games with you guys, and couldn't have ended in a better way than an overtime game in the championship game.
Coach, anything Murin?
I can only echo. We saw two wonderful, solid, gifted lacrosse teams with a lot of good players, a lot of guts on both sidelines, and unfortunately, somebody got to lose.
And that's the way this one is going to end. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to us all year. We'll see you again next year for another great season of MIAA Lacrosse.